Hi there, Tobias here with Tobias's Watches, and in this video we're going to be checking out the Certina DS Action Chronometer. This is an entirely new model by Certina, and I think they really hit this one out of the water. Great watch. So this video is going to be a review, an unbiased review of course. I bought this watch with my own money, so there's that. And yeah, a review. We're gonna start with taking a look at the watch's specifications, then we're gonna go into its looks, some features, and then we're gonna end this review with my personal pros and cons that I noticed after wearing this for about a month. So let's get into the specifications. And the most important specification, I think, is the diameter. This greatly affects how the watch wears on your wrist, and I'm glad to say that this wears very well on my wrist. I have a 7.5 inch wrist, that being around 19 centimeters I think, and this has a diameter of 41 millimeters, which is a bit on the big side, but it's definitely not a huge watch by any means given the thinness of this watch. So size, I think this watch will work very well on many wrists including mine, so they have definitely done a good job in regards to that. The case right here is made out of stainless steel 316L. It's practically the standard with all quality watches to have 316L stainless steel, so I don't have a lot to say there other than it's not titanium, it's the normal stainless steel that we're used to from many watches. And the glass is sapphire glass with AR coating. I don't know if it is on the underside or on the facing the wearer's side because they don't say in the specifications page. However, as I said, it's got AR coating, it works decently, there's not a whole lot of reflections, although I do want to see how that turns out after this watch is a couple years old. But yeah, sapphire glass, it's a flat crystal, so it is not domed like many other watches are. This gives the watch from this side a very flat appearance. It is water resistant down to 20 atmosphere, that being 200 meters. Or 660 feet if I'm not entirely mistaken. That is a great specification, really. I mean, 200 meters is what I see as the best waterproof rating for any watch right now. Sure, watches that have more, they're great, but those watches that have like 1,000-meter water resistance are usually very large, and this watch has a great combination, or I guess I should say a great balance between size of the actual case and water resistance. If you're not 100% sure as to what 200 meters of water resistance means, it practically means that you will be able to shower with it, you will be able to swim with it, you will be able to probably dive, but not too much. But most importantly, you don't have to worry about going into the sauna with this watch. That's why I think 200 meters is the best, because if you just have 100 meters, there is a small chance of actually getting fog into your movement, which you do not want. So 200 meters is great to see. The bracelet is the same here, 316L. You have got 2 bits that are polished and the rest is brushed, giving it a very balanced look. It's not too sporty and it's definitely not too dressy either. I like it. The buckle has this 2-push button mechanism. I like it a lot. It's quick to take off, it's quick to get on. However, I'm not 100% sure as to how safe it is regarding doing extreme sports, because that might cause it to unhook. And for the last specification, we are going to take a look at the movement, which is not made by Certina. It is an ETA, Swiss-made movement, quartz movement, but it is a Pressy drive movement, so it has been modified, I believe. The actual movement base is the F06.411, and this movement is fantastic. It's a certified chronometer, which I have never actually heard of in a quartz movement, but yes, it is chronometer certified, which in this case quartz means it's extremely accurate, and it has to be within 20 seconds of lose or gain per year, and this thing goes well beyond that. It achieves a great 10-second lose or gain per year, which is extremely accurate. You hear me? Year, not month, not days. That is per year, which is fantastic to see. So those were the specifications. Now, if you want the reference number, that is C032.851.11.057.02. So, the looks. The bezel on this watch, the sides of it are polished, while the top is brushed, and the side of the case itself is brushed. You do have some polishing details on the bracelet and also on the case back. The crown is a screw down crown with guards. The crown guards nor the crown itself are too big, which means that it's gonna be fine to wear this watch loosely. I could not say that about the Longines Hydro Conquest because those lug guards were huge, meaning if you wore it loosely, it would dig into the top of your hand while doing things like push-ups, and that hurts. This does not do that. The dial is available in 2 different colors, I believe, that being this black sunburst look and also the blue sunburst. The one with the black main dial has some details of green, those being on the minute markers, and also on basically the last half of the seconds hand. In terms of the hour markers, these are applied, so they're not just written into the dial itself. These are individual parts that are risen up. They really do look a lot like the Omega Aquaterra hands, and that's definitely not a con in my books. Looks great. The dial does differ a bit from the Aquaterra, with the Arabic numeral at 12 o'clock and also the date at 6 o'clock. Now the hands, the hour markers, and the second hand do have applied lume on them, meaning they will light up in the dark if they have been exposed to sunlight before. The lume itself is light blue, which looks fantastic. Here is a picture of the lume on the Certina DS Action Chronometer. So yeah, overall this watch is both dressy and sporty. I would say that it is a bit on the sporty side given the green details in the dial and also the brushed sides that this watch has. Though I wouldn't bat an eye if someone came in with this watch to a business meeting at all. It is definitely both dressy and sporty. Great balance between the two. So yeah, good job Certina. So with that said, let's get into my personal pros and cons, basically what I like and what I don't like with this watch. So yeah, let's start with what I like. Its looks are making it a great all-around watch. And with 200 meters of water resistance and a sapphire glass, it's definitely got the specs to back it up as well. The quartz movement is great, and yeah, this is definitely, in my opinion, a great beater or everyday watch. I also like the movement. It's quartz, I know, boring, but it's extremely accurate, only losing or gaining around 10 seconds per year. That is the best accuracy on a watch I have ever seen. I also like that the lume is strong and good looking, and that the watch has a great price of around $350 to $450. Great value here. So what is it that I don't like about this watch? Well, at this price point, I actually had a hard time finding anything not to like with the watch. So yeah, it's just a fantastic all-around watch. Let's get into the conclusion. The watch has got great specs, a great price, and in my opinion its looks are great too. So the only instance in which I wouldn't recommend you to buy this watch is if you don't like its looks. In every other case, the Certina DS Action Chronometer is a fantastic timepiece. So that was my review of the new Certina DS Action Chronometer. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Like this video and subscribe to Tobias's Watches if you haven't already. It means a lot, thank you, and I'll see you in my next watch video.